It's not just who you know, but it's how you know them and how you care about them and develop those personal relationships with them. The book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that we all read, really can get us to the third floor. The niceties of using someone's name, writing thank you notes, looking someone in the eye, handshaking, saying thank you, speaking about their interests, seeming like you're genuinely interested in them when you're just trying to be genuinely interested in them. That can only get you to the third floor. And it might get you some sales. It might get you, salesperson of the year. It might grow your company 5, 10, 20%. You might live your life totally successful. But you've missed what it tastes like to live on the 4th or 5th floor with relationships. There's a gentleman named Steve Farber. So what are the things that you need to do to get to the 5th floor? So I started thinking about that, and there are really 4 or 5 things that came to my head. To get to the level of the 5th floor relationship, it has to move beyond the niceties of using people's names and saying thank you and speaking about other people's interests. You have to advance people. So the first one is the law of advancement. Advancing others. When you think about it, advancing others. When you go into a relationship, a business relationship, most people think, what can I get from that person? My job is to take so-and-so to lunch because I'm going to sell them my widget. I want to push my sale. That's a transaction. But how can I help advance them? So when you're having lunch with your client, are you listening to what their business needs? Are you listening that their daughter lost their job, that you might know someone in the industry that can help them? Are you listening that their son is in Peter Pan in the 7th grade, and are you going to go to his play the following week? I mean, advancing their family, their friends. That's the important thing about 5th floor relationships. When you go into these relationships, you can't go into what's in it for me. You have to go into, how can I advance this person and be successful? And I remember when I first moved to Colorado, and I was getting in the fundraising business to start my own nonprofit. The next one is the law of influence. I mean, each of us have this influence. Each of us knows different people. Each of us has an influence of power that has relationships with different people that can help people. But most of us, we use that influence for our gain. For example, when I talked about Charlie Monfort that owns the Rockies, you would think that I would call him up all the time and say, Charlie, can I get free tickets here? When the World Series, when we played the Boston Red Sox a couple years ago, can I get free tickets here? I've never once called Charlie up and asked for free tickets. I don't use my influence for self-gain. But I can tell you, I've called Charlie 10, 15, 20 times and used my influence to help other people. Can I get tickets for this nonprofit group? Can I help? Can you get one of your players to speak at this group? And I always use my influence to helping others. So Charlie looks at me and sees me in a different light.